Okay, so we got a display of all kinds of different, pretties here.
Right.
So, what's the difference between all these things?
So back in the late 70s, early 80s, it was 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch colored glass that was fractured. Then we've gone into crystal. You can use this. You'll see these as far as river rock, fire pits. These are more of a tumbled is what it is. Then you've got bead versus different types of spheres and different colors that are mixed and pre-mixed. And then one thing that I've seen on a lot of your jobs on your Instagram is the tumbled lava rock that comes in different sizes. But all in all, what's the difference between a bucket of glass in a mass merch store than custom? It has to do it has to be how it's manufactured and the dyes. If you buy hey, I found 50 pounds of glass for $10, it's probably going to fade within that year. And these glass manufacturers, you get what you get. So usually it's about $75, $80 for 10 pounds. And these are going to be your higher end qualities that will keep your colors and they won't fade. Maintenance. 1 part vinegar, 3 parts water to clean it in a bucket and then reappropriate it back into the fire pit or the burner itself. So
Awesome. So one thing that we found over a period of time is we can use all these medias with natural gas.
that's correct.
What we found is it's not a good idea to use all these medias with propane.
That's right. So how do you get around it? Let's say you've got a big bulk tank and you've got to use propane, and how in product, as far as what you're talking about, propane tends to blacken the glass is what it does. All you have to do, and you can use glass with bulk propane or propane tank, you got to make sure there's an airspace under the burner and with an air mix, which will give a clean burn, because propane goes from liquid to gas. If we have the air mixer underneath the plate of the burner, there needs to be a void for airspace and ventilation. Then you will not get the blackening or the soot that you will. So
One thing also with the propane is it's heavier,
it is.
and so it wants to sit.
Yes.
And so we've cautioned people with using glass, especially with putting heavy levels of glass,
That's
because
correct.
it'll almost make a blanket.
That's correct.
And then your propane sits down there and they don't think they're lighting it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it goes boom.
That's correct.
I, with propane, use a lot of lava rock.
Correct.
Just because I don't want homeowners to
Right.
risk safety
Right.
situations. However, if properly done, you could use glass as well.
You can. I think another thing that we've looked at is technology has gotten a lot better with fire pits. I'm going to use some verbiage that's not familiar in the industry, but VIK systems, weather beater systems, or low voltage 110 systems that you can flip a switch or can go in your home automated system, and they run a low voltage current to the fire pit where it can automate it on and off with. It's gotten a lot better. But you're right. You have to safety first when it comes to what you recommend to the customer, how you ventilate it, and what the customer's expectations are as far as what it looks like. So,
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.